Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Temba on Wheels. Today we're shopping for a car. It's a pre-owned car, a Polo TSI 2018 model. Come with us as we're going to look for this car, and also you're going to learn on how to inspect a car, more especially if you're in the market for a pre-owned car. So there's a couple of things that you'll take with you from this video. Before we proceed with this video, please make it a point that you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not subscribed, and thanks to everyone who has already subscribed. Brand new cars are very expensive, so this is why a lot of people consider buying pre-owned cars, because you get to buy a car that is within your budget. So this man did not want to spend more than 300,000 on a car. One most important thing before you buy a car is that you must see it and be sure that you're buying a car that is in a good condition. Just before you make up your mind, go see the car, be sure that everything is fine. So that is exactly what we're doing here. And another most important thing is to test drive the car. Some of the issues you can only pick them up while you're driving the car. This is the 2018 Polo TSI. I think it's a Highline, and then with a DSG transmission. It was also fitted with a sunroof, which I think is what this guy was most interested in. So the nice thing is that the dashboard is still clean, like there's not any scratches that I get to notice. The car was well taken care of. I think like everything still looks very clean, like it's more of a brand new car. But we just need to be sure, take it on a thorough test drive as well. And the nice thing is that it also has a panoramic sunroof, which is what got our client, our friend, not our client, interested in this car. Let's see, it has got a center armrest, which is quite nice to have. It's what we're looking for as well. And yeah, electric windows all around the car. What size is this? 16 inches alloys. You are used to those alloy wheels. And then let's flip the logo and open the boot and see. Very clean, very clean. So one of the things when you buy pre-owned car, and even if it's a brand new, you need to check, do you have your equipment within the car? So they must fit it for you before you take in the car, in case it doesn't have that equipment. So you don't want to find yourself having a puncture, or you want to change the tire or the entire wheel. You don't even have a wheel spanner and all of that, so you need these things. So I think this is more of a full-size spare wheel. Quite nice, huh? Quite nice. Hey, my brother. Dating, what is it?
I'm not sure what this is for.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this is for.
No, I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Not that we're not
No,
buying
no,
the
I
car,
know.
but
No, I know.
yeah.
Sure. No,
It's
but
just
I
out
think,
of curiosity.
yeah, no, I'm not sure what this is for. Bro. It's got something to do with engine, because this is part of engine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not familiar sure what is this. This I need to take it to mechanic to go to workshop and ask the
No,
profession.
but it's fine. I think we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know? Oh, Mukana was funny. I wanted to know if maybe you know the history of the car, like the previous owner, the person who traded it in or sold you guys. And since
Very easy to find out previous owner. So normally check on the invoices here.
Okay. Um, so far with the inspection, everything is fine. I think there's just a little bit of things that might not be that significant, but they are also important to take into consideration. If there is one thing that we were most curious about was the fact that the car is a 2018 model and only had 48,000 kilometers of mileage. Well, it didn't make sense in how in a whole 6 years someone has driven less than 50,000 kilometers. Well, in most cases, you expect the car to be above 100,000 kilometers. For example, with me, I've done about 25,000 in 6 months, which is what I use to benchmark in most cases. It only makes sense that the previous owner did not have one car, so that is why the mileage did not go too high over the past 6 years.
Then where do I move the seat forward?
Brad, do you guys buy brand new cars and sell them here?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw some of the cars there.
Yeah, I know.
They're still brand new. Like, it can be that someone traded in the car at 45 kilometers.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Nah. I see. How long is your how long do you take us for a test drive?
5-10 minutes. Just depending what you want to see.
Oh, okay.
I'm excited.
Then it's all on my first time here. It's all on my first time. We're not out of our But the driving dynamic, you must be able to pick up something.
Sorry?
The response is low.
I think in a little like
Yeah.
try press Robert. Yeah, I know it's turbo.
The thing is, with the turbo, you kick in after 3,000 RPM. So from 1 to 3, it's naturally aspirated.
Yeah, and at that time it's a 1.0, so
Yeah. So, yeah.
Amara yona ke yona o taya Mpumalanga Mfanula.
ne.
Ayo ke yona. From Limpopo. Let's just hope by the time I carry the contract, they will say
You must fast track the process.
yena sata yona.
Yeah?
Kara yona we won online file.
Yeah, what do we want online fellas and got them. So the only thing you could pick up a table leg fell.
Well, in terms of comfort and all that, I don't know. I don't know, Panay.
Okay, but that one I think will.
Actually, the thing is, I don't have options to compare. So, but the comfort, everything, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, they share.
Now we're done test driving the car, we're back at the dealership, and we couldn't pick up any issues with the car while driving it, so it was such a perfect ride. I was sitting at the back, Venad was driving, it was such a comfortable ride that we had. After the test drive, there's something important that you should not forget to do. Go through the invoices or rather the service book to see if the car was serviced. Number one, we could pick up that the car was not serviced on time on the first service. So it was done on 19,000 kilometers instead of 15,000 kilometers. This is actually a huge red flag because the car was late with a whole 4,000 kilometers to go to service. And thinking about it, they bought the car while it was brand new, so it came with the service plan and maintenance plan, whatever the case could have been. They were just supposed to take the car, they service the car, and they come back with the car serviced, and everything would be fine. But then they decided to drive the car for 4,000 kilometers more. I mean, most of the time you don't drive it for more than 1,000 kilometers beyond the point when it was supposed to go to service. And also, if they thought maybe they're not driving a lot, you still have to take the car to service within a year. So this was actually a huge red flag. And for me, I wouldn't actually settle for that car. And also, I'd rather buy a recent pre owned rather than buying an old pre owned. I mean, a 6 year old car with such a low mileage. It could also mean that the car at some point had problems and they had to park it and, just leave it for quite a while. So buying a low mileage car is not always uh, the best thing to do. Also, look at the fact that cars are meant to be driven. So a car that is not driven also becomes a little bit of a problem in the long run. Now, what are the most important things when you're buying a pre owned car that you should take into consideration? Number one, make sure the car has not been involved in any accident. Inspect the car thoroughly, check the body if there's been any repaints on anything. Then check the engine under the bonnet, everything like we did. See if there's any missing screws. That should actually tell you something about the car previously when it was still with the previous owner. Number three, check the mileage against the service books or rather the invoices that will be provided to you. Usually you find them in the car. And also, if you are not sure about the service book and the invoices, you can just rather take the VIN number. If it's a VW, go to VW. They will actually print out a service history of the car and the number of services that the car has went through and which dealership or other service center was it serviced, and then they will give you that information. So wondering where to get the VIN number, this is where you get the VIN number. And do not forget to test drive the car. It is very important that you drive the car. And if you know that you may not be able to pick up any issues, just drive the car so that you feel the right quality. And if there's any issues with that. And also, if you want to actually inspect the car and pick up some of the issues that the car could be having, get someone to help you with that as well.